Happy lunch hour, gang. I'll be a little bit late. My apologies for that, but I've been in the middle of trying to get something fixed, and it's a mess, as per normal. Okay. So we're not going to talk about Israel. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot going on directly that affects us since this morning, so we will kind of deal with it. But what I do want to talk about is your money again, economics. Producer price index came out this morning, and we saw a significant jump. We saw a 9/10% jump from August to September in wholesale prices, and we saw a 2.7% jump from September 22 to September 23, and we were only expecting a 2.3% jump. So Bidenomics is working so well that inflation is running hotter than expected. Go figure. Okay. So let's take a look at how this affects us, right? Okay. So the biggest numbers that came in for inflation for September, and we can consider everything's going to get worse from here. The first thing, gasoline prices in September went up 5.4% from August. Okay. What do you think is going to happen to gasoline prices now that there's a war in the Middle East? You can expect this to go up significantly more. Something to plan accordingly, especially now that we're changing into winter blend, so you got that changeover of gasoline, whole 9 yards on what's there. My guess, you'll probably see 30 to 50% or 30 to 50 cent hike in gas between now and Thanksgiving, okay, at a minimum. So not saying go out and buy 200 gallons of gas, but when you're putting your budget together and going, okay, this is what I got, add a little extra money in that envelope that you have that's for gasoline. Next one, food. Food prices in September rose 0.9%. Okay, now a 1% hike a month, well, that would be 12% a year. Yeah, because Joe's got inflation under control. Now to go back to the 2.7% that we saw, the overall number for all the combination of all goods and goods for wholesale prices. There was one big outlier. The price for fresh fruits and vegetables went down 13.9% last month. Okay? Big surprise. September is harvest season. Go figure. People picking apples, peppers, tomatoes, whatever. Around September is when all that stuff comes in. A lot of it. The bulk of the harvest. So if we had a 2.7% increase in wholesale prices, where they were expecting a 2.3% increase, so we already came in higher, but you have an outlier here of almost a 14% drop in one particular thing. Where's the numbers really if you take out the vegetables, take out the fruits and vegetables? We probably had wholesale inflation around 3% last month, okay? You get into what that means. The economy is getting worse, no matter what Joe says. The war in Ukraine, the war in Israel, that Joe wants to send $100 billion, even though Congress said no, okay, Joe's asking for $100 billion for one last push for Ukraine, because I guess Joe needs another 10 million or whatever in his bank, whatever, his cut. Where's that money coming from? How much money are we going to send to Israel? I mean, how much is it costing us to have an aircraft carrier group, if not two, over there? Okay, let alone whatever munitions we send, whatever sort of aid we send. Where's all this money coming from? And then to top it off, where's all the material? Where's all the material coming from? Anybody catch this one? Citigroup, okay? Had to take physical delivery of, 100,000 pounds, I think it was, of aluminum and something like 30,000 pounds of copper. Physical delivery. Okay. Now, You tell me, what does a bank need to have raw materials for? Why would they be stocking up on something like that? Why do they have it at all? I can understand gold or silver, platinum, palladium, but aluminum? Okay. Aluminum, doesn't have a whole lot of value anywhere. So my guess is they got caught with their pants down trying to trade in the futures markets and got stuck having to take physical deliveries. Your bank branch, they're going to, sorry, Mr. Jones, we need to take your safe deposit box. We've got to stick a whole bunch of aluminum in there that we got stuck holding. Okay. The economy is collapsing around us, and they are doing everything they can, whether it's the Fed, whether it's the politicians, whether it's the banks, trying to cover it up, hide it somehow so you don't see it. I've said this before. It's the old question of how'd you go bankrupt? At first slowly and then all of a sudden. That's what's happening to the United States. We're seeing all this money being pissed off to other countries. Okay? God forbid China goes into Taiwan. How much are we going to spend there? Where is it coming from? Well, it's coming from you and me. Okay? In taxes, in the hidden tax that is inflation, because they spend the money and then we have to pay for it by paying higher prices at the store. You don't really see it because it's not a tax, but you see it when you balance the checkbook. Okay? This reckless spending that is going on that we all know, that's how it's affecting you. Our money is being sent to people that are going to protect the Bidens, the Harrises, the Gateses, the Zuckerbergs, the Bezoses of the world when this all blows up. That's what they're trying to do. They're using your and my money to build themselves a safety net while taking a pair of scissors to your safety net. Okay, so you fall right through. Don't be fooled for 1 second by any of the economy's great, everything's doing good, the news media just doesn't understand it, or whatever. I guess Joe is the only one that, and Janet Yellen, are the only ones in the country who understand how good the economy's doing. Because the rest of us must just be a bunch of dumb rubes. Okay? As silly as that is. So, yeah, again, it's the same thing. Prices are continuing to go up. Amazon Prime Day, take advantage. If there's anything that you can get on there while it's on sale, grab it. Okay. If it's some sort of commodity that you need for your preps, I don't care if you're buying knives or generators or mountain house or whatever you need for your situation, go look at Amazon and the Prime Day if you can get it. If you shop Amazon, just saying. A lot of other companies now use Prime Day to give deep deals for themselves too, so go look at those. I want to end this with something that is absolutely hilarious, just because we all need to know how stupid the other side is. Okay, there's a rally going on, or was going on this morning in Dearborn, Michigan. One of the speakers said, speaker at a rally, okay, guy at a podium, microphone and everything, comes up and says, at BLM rallies that you see a whole lot of Palestinian flags. At white supremacist rallies, you see a whole bunch of Israeli flags. Which side do you want to be on? This is what this guy said. And I saw this and I'm going, this is a whole new level of stupid. This guy is actually trying to convince people that Nazis now support Jews. That's literally what he said. Think about that. This is how dumb the left is. This is the stuff they believe. And actually come out and say that actually never bother to engage the brain before putting the mouth in gear. Because I can't think, Joe says a lot of stupid stuff. That has got to be one of the dumbest things I've heard in my life. Okay? Not that I support BLM, not that I support any white supremacist group. But if somebody actually believes that white supremacists are pro-Israel, I got a bridge to sell you to the ocean in Arizona. Have a good day. Pinball out.